Far from Earth, beyond the red sands of Mars and the storms of Jupiter, lies a planet shrouded in mystery. Saturn? A planet so magnificent that even its silence seems to speak. But what if there's no silence at all? Radio telescopes have detected strange recurring echoes from Saturn's ring region, signals that don't match any known natural source. NASA's official reports call them reflections or instrumental noise, a structured pattern, mathematical repetition, and a discovery never meant to reach the public. This is the story of Saturn's silent moons, those mysterious radio echoes that shouldn't exist, and the frightening theory that they might not be echoes, but messages.
In 1980, NASA's Voyager 1 probe performed its historic flyby of Saturn. The images it returned, of swirling clouds, storm systems, and glowing rings, changed our understanding of the planet forever. But Voyager carried more than cameras. It carried a plasma wave instrument designed to record the electromagnetic environment of Saturn's magnetosphere. When the first data arrived at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the scientists heard something unexpected: an audio clip. Low hums and eerie whistling tones. These weren't just random bursts of static, but they had structure, a pulse, a rhythm, almost like a form of code. At first, they assumed the source was Saturn's auroras, the result of charged particles from the solar wind. But the frequencies didn't match. They were too clean, too precise, echoing every 22.4 minutes, as if being rebroadcast from an organized array. That anomaly was quietly logged as Plasma Event 241A, and it was never mentioned again in the public Voyager reports. But deep within NASA's archives, a few engineers noted something strange. The signal wasn't coming from Saturn's surface. It was bouncing between the rings, like a message trapped inside them.
2 decades later, the Cassini-Huygens mission rekindled human fascination with Saturn. Cassini was one of the most advanced spacecraft ever built, equipped with radar, magnetometers, and powerful communication systems capable of detecting even the faintest transmissions. Its mission to study Saturn's rings, atmosphere, and moons, especially Titan and Enceladus. But within a few months of entering orbit in 2004, Cassini's signal analysis team noticed something disturbing.
Whenever the spacecraft crossed the plane of the rings, brief distortions appeared in its communication system. These distortions were short, repeated bursts of radio noise lasting less than a second. When the data was converted to audio, the patterns appeared to resemble binary sequences, alternating high and low frequencies, which were uncannily similar to Earth's own digital transmission patterns. NASA's public explanation for this was that these were natural interactions between Saturn's magnetic field and charged particles in the rings. But internal memos told a different story. Several scientists found that the signals had recurring modulations that appeared very deliberate, modulations that could encode information. A report written by Cassini engineer Dr. Alicia Nguyen stated, "The echo signals are not consistent with random plasma noise. The source exhibits phase coherence. It appears to be retransmitting Cassini's own signal, but altered, as if decoded and re-encoded." Their report was classified within a few days. Dr. Nguyen left the Cassini program soon after. The mystery deepened when scientists made a startling discovery. These echoes were heard only when Cassini's trajectory brought it near 3 specific moons: Enceladus, Titan, and Iapetus. Each of these moons already held its own secrets. Enceladus, an icy planet with plumes of water vapor in space, a potential habitat for microorganisms beneath its frozen crust. Titan, with its thick orange atmosphere and methane lakes, a prebiotic planet resembling early Earth, and Iapetus. The strangest of them all, a moon half coal-black, half ice-bright, and shaped by an equatorial ridge that seems almost artificial. When Cassini passed near Iapetus in 2007, the echoes grew stronger, more frequent, more systematic, and then they stopped. Completely. As if something, or someone, had shut them down. In 2010, an independent group of radio astronomers from the University of Bologna attempted to replicate Cassini's findings. Using ground-based receivers and archived telemetry data, they detected electromagnetic reflections around Saturn's orbit. They were stunned by what they found. During certain alignments between Saturn and Earth, approximately every 14 months, dimmed, structured signals could be detected bouncing back toward Earth. But when they compared their findings to NASA's publicly available Cassini database, the corresponding data streams were missing. Entire days' worth of readings were missing. When asked, NASA responded that the data was corrupted due to magnetic interference. But the Bologna team claimed the opposite. They published a short paper titled Non-Random Electromagnetic Oscillations Within Saturn's Ring Plane. Within 72 hours, the paper disappeared from every academic server. The authors retracted it, citing external pressure. Only one excerpt remains, an excerpt uploaded anonymously to a forum in 2012. The signal structure appears to repeat within prime number intervals. We consider this a deliberate design to confirm intelligent origin. That post was deleted within a day. In 2017, during Cassini's grand finale, the probe was commanded to dive into Saturn's atmosphere, to burn up, ensuring it would not contaminate any potentially habitable moons. But a few hours before its final descent, Cassini sent one last transmission, a compressed burst of data that lasted 27 seconds. Officially, it contained telemetry packets. Unofficially, several independent radio hobbyists claimed to have intercepted something else, a pattern, a pulse. Repeating frequencies that, when converted to visual form, resembled a symbol, a geometric grid with a central ring and 6 radiating spokes. When decoded through binary translation, it spelled one chilling word: listen. NASA denied the claim, stating no such message existed in the final transmission. Yet those who analyzed the signal say the data header carried a reference code never used before in Cassini's history. Ring 404. An odd coincidence, considering 404 also means data not found.
In 2019, amateur astronomers using modified software-defined radios began noticing a faint signal when tuning near 8.7 kHz, a frequency region associated with long-range cosmic plasma waves. That same frequency was historically used during early Voyager transmissions near Saturn. What they found mirrored those long-forgotten ring echoes, a rising and falling pulse repeating every 22.4 minutes.
The same interval first documented in 1980. Except now, the pattern included interference nodes like 2 sources broadcasting from opposite sides of the planet's ring plane. Astrophysicists dismiss the claim as solar activity. But one independent researcher, Dr. Lucas Reinhardt, claimed he discovered something hidden within the signal's amplitude curve, a waveform shaped like a human voice. It was faint, robotic, distant, but it said, unmistakably, they're still here. 2 weeks later, Dr. Reinhardt's YouTube channel and research accounts were deleted. His last public post read only, "It's not noise, it's language." Among all of Saturn's moons, Iapetus remains the most mysterious. Discovered in 1671, Its stark color divide and perfect ridge have puzzled scientists for centuries. Arthur C. Clarke once wrote that Iapetus was so strange it could easily pass for an alien artifact. When Cassini flew by, it revealed geometric ridges stretching thousands of kilometers, almost like the remnants of a constructed shell. And according to leaked mission notes, the final strong radio echo ever detected by Cassini came directly from Iapetus's shadowed hemisphere. That echo contained a perfect harmonic of 432 Hz, a frequency long associated with resonant natural order in physics and music. But here's the strange part. The signal wasn't reflecting Cassini's broadcast. It was originating outward, as if something beneath Iapetus's crust was transmitting. The signal abruptly ceased as Cassini moved behind the moon. NASA's public release called it a hardware error, but those who reviewed the raw data later described it differently. It was like someone noticed we were listening and turned the transmitter off. Several fringe researchers have proposed a radical theory that Saturn's rings are not entirely natural. They suggest the rings might function as a vast transmission array, built or repurposed by an ancient intelligence, perhaps millions of years old. The icy particles could act as resonant nodes, capable of amplifying radio frequencies through magnetic oscillation. In this model, Saturn isn't just a planet. It's a machine, an enormous broadcast station designed to send or receive information across interstellar distances. Even more astonishing, the placement of Saturn's major moons aligns with geometric ratios similar to harmonic intervals in sound waves. It means almost like a celestial tuning system. If true, the strange echoes detected by Voyager, Cassini, and modern receivers might not be random. They might be the last remnants of an ancient transmission still bouncing through the void. A repeating message waiting for a civilization advanced enough to decode it. A message trapped within the rings. Whenever these anomalies are raised, NASA's response is the same. No evidence of intelligent origin. Yet multiple mission data sets, Voyager, Cassini, and even ground-based observations contain redacted intervals, missing archives, and unexplained data loss exactly where these events were reported.
If these signals are truly artificial, revealing them could change everything we know about life in the universe. Either way, the silence speaks volumes. They call it the silent planet, but maybe Saturn isn't silent at all. Maybe we're just not listening the right way, and somewhere beyond those rings of ice and dust, something ancient, something patient is still transmitting. Listen,